June. Oh, hi everybody. I'm back. I'm not sure what happened there. A couple of technical difficulties. Give me a thumbs up if you're still with me. Give me a good morning if you're here. I'll just wait a few minutes just to get everybody back in line. Val, good morning Simon, good morning Val. Morning Kane, how you doing buddy? You alright? Kelly, how you doing Kelly? Brandon, you alright buddy? Kyle, okay, he's doing good. Those cakes you made, yes, those buns look lovely buddy. I wish I could try some. Let me just see, there seems to be no movement. There we go. Oh, I wish I could go back to bed, Keller. Far too busy keeping you guys entertained. I'll just give it a few more minutes to see if anyone comes back. You're right, Emma. Have we got the whole family watching in there? Oh. Let's see. Right, well, it's 5 past now, so I should get going. Hopefully anyone I lost from the hiccup will come back to me soon. So I kind of mentioned it yesterday, but today I want to talk about a place called Goitstock. Goitstock is a waterfall, and it's a kind of a gnarly walk. It's really not easy going, certainly not in places. So we've had to be extra careful, and it's been really. I cannot get this camera in a nice spot. I'll move it back a bit. There we go. Nice clearance there. So this is Brandon getting ready for a nice walk. I didn't tell him that we were going for a waterfall, so I did just say we were going for a nice walk in the woods. So I was kind of trying to build a surprise, see how that kind of approach went to walking. Normally at the end of the day I'll build him up for the next day, and then when we pick up on that drive to the place, we talk about what we're doing. But today I thought I'd treat it a little bit different and just go with it. So you walk down, and you get down into a wooded area. There's quite easy, nice tracks to walk through, some lovely bridges, lovely streams. Just plodding along through some really overgrown woodland. It looked like it used to be quite well managed. I think there's a mill attached to it, but it's long since been abandoned, so it's really sort of old coppice that's now overgrown, so it's really gnarly woodland, and I imagine it'd be quite creepy in the right kind of environment. So we find our first sign. We always like looking for signposts, so we know where we're going. Look at that smile, what a superstar. And yeah, we keep plodding along. We find these little narrow bridges. It's a bit wet, a bit slippery, but we trudge along nice and happy. And we come to our first little fall. And we spent a good few minutes just watching it and listening to it, and you can feel the air rushing as the water's moving and things. It's quite a nice little warm up to the falls itself. So yeah, after we chilled out there for a few minutes, again, what a happy face. We go to the big one. This is Goitstock. This is the falls, and I don't know if you can tell. There's a little dude just there. And there's some guys doing some wild swimming and some cliff jumping. So we sat and we watched, and as he got closer and closer, Brandon, be careful, and really sort of showing this empathy that was lovely. And obviously he jumps. Where has he gone? There he is, there's that blur, and there he is down at the bottom. I kept these in for a bit of motion. And yeah, and you can hear Brandon like sharing his concerns for his safety and being aware of the dangers, which was a lovely thing to hear. So after we did that, we walked for 4-5 kilometres up and over all this terrain. We found the falls, and we thought, well, it's time for lunch, and if you can eat dinner in a cave, you eat dinner in a cave. So we found this little crook, this little overhang, and we sat down, got settled in, we ate our sandwiches, just watching the falls, watching these two guys playing in the water, jumping off the rocks and things, and that was what we did for our lunchtime. Just enjoying life. It was an amazing day. So we walked down the falls. The guys jumping would have been coming over this end, just to give you a perspective of. Oh, it'll be this end here. They were jumping. Yeah, that's what I said. Trying to show you and look in the screen, it's all reversed. So yeah, so we sat down on the rocks, listening to the roar, and there was a roll of mist as the water hit as the fall hit the water. So the longer you stood there, the sort of started to get a little bit damp, but it was really nice and refreshing. We just sat there and enjoyed it, and you can see how big and difficult the terrain is, how hard it is to walk on. And then you carry on going a bit further, and you got to these stairs. So you moved up the cliff face, and again you can see the elevation. You see how difficult the terrain was, and although I wasn't happy with it sometimes, it was a bit out of his comfort zone. Brandon managed it like a champ. He was an absolute superstar. You can see 4 points of contact there. He's really having to do a bit of traversing there, a bit of scrambling to get up, which made the day a little bit more exciting. It wasn't expected, wasn't part of the agenda, but we managed it. Oh, and that's the end of our photographs. So on that walk, so we came down from the car park, along to the falls, down the stairs. We carry on going down. It settles off, it makes an easy walk. There's a caravan home thing that you can go up a field and you can walk along the top of it. And that's where those woods and those bridges were. We went round that way. And yeah, so it's a really nice varied walk. And that's all there was to that day. We loved it. We really did. We've been back 4 times since. It's so quiet because the terrain is so demanding. It's not busy. People don't just take the dogs for a walk down there. They don't just stroll through it. You have to sort of commit to going, and it's a bit slippy and a bit difficult to manage at times. But yeah, we love it for that reason. There's a team of people that clean it up. The Friends of Goit Stock, we've bumped into them once or twice. And they love Brandon, they love that he comes out and enjoys the falls. And they had stories to tell about what it used to be like and how they've helped develop it and things. And that's always lovely to get involved with the community around an area like that. So yeah, I mean, how's everybody doing? Give me a love heart, hit the love heart if you're all doing okay. If you're coping well, if the lockdown's not driving you too balmy. If you're struggling, let people know, let's talk to each other. And other than that, guys, stay safe, keep washing your hands, keep that distancing. We know what we've got to do to get over this. And as soon as we can, we'll be out back on these adventures, telling new stories. May even continue doing live streams, maybe once a week. I'll take time out of my day to share a week's worth of activities with you. Let us know what you think about something like that. I'd love to hear from you. Other than that, guys, I will see you tomorrow. See you in the next one.